What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to talk about Tesla stock just very, very briefly, then break down some very important tweets from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Elon Musk. He said some very important things about the Optimus robot, Tesla's software, big developments for Tesla moving forward, and very, very important things about Tesla as a company. So I want to give you guys some nice information about what Musk has been saying about the company, especially after the fact that we just had earnings just a couple of days ago. So Musk has been talking a lot about Tesla, and he has some very important updates for the future I want to share with everyone. But let me just mention that I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. And the offer ends in just about 5 days from now. Anyways, for Tesla, we're going to be watching to see if this could break past 225 as resistance. If this does break, we could be looking for a nice push for 232 plus. If we end up losing support at 215, I'll be looking at 212. Looking at the structure, we have a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure that's developing, and Tesla's trying to hold a lot better above these key resistance levels. So it's building some strength in my opinion, and there is some upside potential. I also made a video about SPY, SPX, ES, and many other tickers to break down why the market does have some upside potential for next week if we break specific levels. But I will break more information about this down going into tomorrow. For now, I just want to focus on Elon Musk. So one thing that Musk said a couple of days ago is that Tesla will have genuinely useful humanoid robots in low production for Tesla's internal use next year, and hopefully high production for other companies in 2026. He also reiterated this during his speech during earnings, and that's actually very important for Tesla. One important thing about this is that Musk is implying that the Optimus robot is going to make Tesla trillions and trillions of dollars for the long term, and it's going to make Tesla worth many, many trillions of dollars in terms of its market cap, bringing the share price into the thousands. He's very, very bullish because of this, and he's saying that when it comes to Tesla, buying the Tesla stock is like betting on AI, betting that Tesla will solve autonomy, and he's saying that it's going to happen in his personal opinion. So, in his view, this is going to be a multi-trillion dollar catalyst. And he says as soon as next year, they're going to be doing some very, very useful tasks, which is very, very bullish for Tesla's long term. On top of this, there's been some talk that's been coming out from other companies out there. There's some articles out there that are spreading some false information about Tesla. So we have Jalopnik that came out, and they're basically talking about the fact that half of Tesla's Q2 profit came from your taxes, and they've been saying lots of untrue things in this. They're getting called out for this. They should basically apologize to readers for this. This is what many people are talking about. You have to remember that the U.S. has given many grants, billions of dollars in grants to GM, Ford, and many other companies out there. And Tesla's profits do not solely come from this different way. So I actually have the article right here. I'm going to actually pull this up real quick just to show you guys the context in this. So Jalopnik is basically saying that half of Tesla's Q2 profit came from your taxes, and they're just talking about Tesla's tax write-offs and this and that, and a bunch of other things. They're basically saying that a large percentage of their profit came from basically sales and credits thanks to its rival automakers and different factors like that. And they're also talking about how other things out there, such as the fact that sales attributed to these credits to rival automakers have helped them as well. And also because of government's programs, there's been a lot of talk about this. They're getting a lot of criticism and such, but I'm not going to go over like every single full detail about this. I just want to note that that's not necessarily the truth. They're also talking about how Musk is lying about how eliminating governmental subsidies is going to end up, Tesla will be fine through that, but that's not what Musk is actually truly saying. Musk mentioned that for the short term, okay, for the very, very short term, Tesla has essentially been put in a position where, yes, removing subsidies could affect them, but for the long term, they're going to be fine, and their competitors will actually get bigger hits, if anything, like that. So I just wanted to call that out. Musk is kind of criticizing a lot of these headlines out there, which are not really giving us true information about subsidies and such. There's also some talk over here about how Tesla's AI training capacity will ramp to about 90,000 H100 equivalent GPUs by the end of 2024. Musk mentioned that it's important to note that they use the Tesla hardware for AI computer in a training loop with Nvda GPUs, and they're also using they're going to change the name from hardware 4 to basically AI 4 as time goes on. So you're going to be adding an additional 40,000 AI 4 computers. That's going to be incorporated as well. And then he also started talking about Dojo, about how it's going to have roughly 8,000 H100 equivalents of training online by the end of the year. Not massive, but it's going to be very, very big, if anything. So it's not massive, it's not trivial either. Very, very cool stuff. As we have some picks from Dojo. There's also some talk right over here about some talk that Musk has been talking about how he had this poll over here, and he asked the question: should Tesla invest $5 billion into XAI, assuming that the valuation is set by several credible outside investors? Honestly, guys, I actually agree with this point, with the fact that the majority of people are saying yes to this, and the board has to get approval for this. But I just want to make it very clear that uh, in my opinion, one of the things that the Tesla team was talking about is the fact that Tesla's not developing every single component of AI just from Tesla alone, but they have XAI to work on AGI and different other subsets of AI. So by investing into XAI, they could develop different subsets that could be used for a bunch of different things from not just FSD, but also for like Optimus and other functions. So this could be very, very cool and very bullish for Tesla's long term. And Musk says that the public is in favor of this, and they're going to discuss this with the Tesla board. So that could be very, very useful as well. There's also some talk over here about how basically people are using the next FSD update. They drove 1 hour from Lake Tahoe to Reno, which are in different parts of the US. And this basically led to lots of very, very useful, smooth rides. So they're saying that this is very useful. Musk is saying that's cool. So I think it's very important that Tesla is giving us new updates for the next FSD and it's continuing to improve in a lot of different ways. I think Musk also had some comments about this. We also had a whole Mars catalog, excuse me. They drove using the Tesla FSD 12.5. They drove it for about 45 minutes with zero interventions. They saw a lot of Cybertrucks on the road as well. Musk is also talking about how this is not only very, very useful but very important. He did make a comment a little bit later on about it. I'd have to find that, but he basically mentioned that it's not necessarily perfect. There's still a lot more that has to be done, at least with FSD, but there's still trying to work right now to unlock the full potential with hardware 4, and they're going to have to try to increase the parameters by a lot more as well. So that's something else that Musk has been talking about. Moving forward, there's more talk right over here about Elon Musk. He basically open sourced all of Tesla's patents for other car companies to copy. Many people thought it was dumb and that Tesla would be crushed, but at the end of the day, Tesla's still doing very well. One of the things that Musk has said is that Tesla is not trying to just be the number one company in every way, shape, or form and try to just do what it can to hurt its competitors, but they just want to help transition Earth to more sustainable energy as time goes on. Obviously, Teslas are not perfect, but they do have the more capabilities to improve relative to internal combustion engines. So I think this is pretty cool stuff. And if anything, Tesla's still doing very well. They obviously want to be the best they could possibly be, but they don't want to just crush every single competitor in the process of doing so. They actually applaud their competitors if they do well because of the fact that they opened their patents, and they're helping a lot of other companies as well. There's also some talk right over here about the facts that a lot of people don't believe in FSD. Musk says that most people don't even have an idea that it exists. This is also some very important news because it makes me wonder and even question if Tesla should advertise even more, maybe invest more money into that, because a lot of people are very misinformed about how safe Teslas really are. There's a lot of news out there that they burn very fast and this and that, but they're actually one of the safest cars you could possibly drive, especially because of a lot of their safety features and how well they've done during different tests. So Teslas tend to be very safe. They tend to have a lot of capabilities, and FSD is safer than what a lot of people think. It's not perfect, but it has a lot of potential to improve, and eventually I do believe Tesla will make it extremely safe, much safer than an everyday person driving. On top of this, there's some news coming out that some police departments are saying that Teslas are not only viable options, but they're the best option. They got much better performing cars that cost significantly less to maintain, and many police are considering switching to Teslas. That could be very useful, very, very cool. Musk is saying that's cool as well. So that's a very, very cool idea, and I'm seeing this all over the world. Once again, there's some talk about the FSD update. Lots of late nights were used for developing it, working on the software in a lot of different ways. I think Musk responded to this. He mentioned that there's still some issues with the release, but you can see the magic already. They're pushing it out only to those who have requested advanced releases. On top of this, he's mentioning that improvements are continuing to be made. Lastly, I just want to mention that Musk reposted the fact that the Powerwall and Tesla Megapack together achieved a record storage deployment of 9.4 gigawatt hours in Q2. Bullish news because once again, there's continuing to be a lot of growth in Tesla. Tesla Energy is once again continuing to expand. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us, at least moving forward. With that being said, Tesla has a very, very nice looking structure right here. It has a lot more upside potential, and the long term is still very, very bright for Tesla, at least moving forward. Long term is bright because of the fact that Tesla has a lot more potential, at least for upside for the very, very long term. And I think that these catalysts, such as the robotaxi, the FSD developments, and other factors such as Optimus, are going to be very, very huge for the long term. So I can't wait to see what the future holds for Tesla for the long term. Short term, regardless of what happens to the share price, I'm not really worried whatsoever. I think the long term is still very bright as Tesla maintains these structures. Elon Musk is doing a good job. I'm very proud of the progress that Tesla's making, thanks to him and the entire Tesla team. And I can't wait to see what the future holds, at least for us as well. So thank you for listening, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Uh, Thank you, and peace out.